What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA plays today over on PrizePicks. These plays apply to all apps out there as well as sportsbooks, no matter if you're an Underdog Fantasy or DraftKings Sports. But I'm feeling pretty good about these NBA plays today. We got a nice slate of playoff games as well as some MLB games today, also on today's slate. So let's hop in and let's stay cash. We have a huge run going on right now. We were 14-1 before yesterday's slate. Slowed down just a little bit yesterday. Malik Beasley missed, but Jamal Murray came through. And Ozuna, if you took hits, runs, and RBIs, came through. If you took the run, that was a terrible, terrible beat if you know anything about the MLB. We have broke over 90 units of profit in the NBA this year. Let's keep it rolling with some more winners today. Before we get to these plays, though, you guys hit the like goal in yesterday's video. That means we have 3 plays in today's video. If you want a third play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 175 likes again, and I'll drop a third play tomorrow also. If you have not already joined, don't miss out on joining the DubClub. In the DubClub, you get all of my plays sent straight to your phone as soon as I post them. So that includes not only these free plays, but all the plays that I make for the NBA, the NHL, and the MLB. We've also started out in the NHL playoffs 1-0. First period cash yesterday for our first NHL play of the year for the playoffs. But you can join down in my description for free. There's, I believe, a 3-day free trial linked in my description, or you can join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off of your first month. Both options should be linked in my description. This gives you access to not only my plays, but access to the Discord. In the Discord, you get all of my contributors' plays from Asmi's Emo, Prop Props, and Elo. Elo with some soccer plays, Prop Props with MLB. Emo posts a lot of NBA plays, as well as Asmi's doing PJ, NBA, and some other stuff mixed in there as well. But he's mainly an NBA and a golf guy. You'll see access to my community chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on. I'm very active in the chat. It's super easy to reach me if you have any questions, wondering how your lineups looking, or if you want to talk strategy or anything like that. You also get access to these tabs here, the Underdog Streaks, where I post my Underdog Streaks plays, as well as my PrizePicks Correlation here, where I post some MLB correlation slips here. These have been extremely profitable for us. Only 3 out of like the last 20-something slips have cashed. However, when you're hitting for like 16x or 20x, you are extremely profitable. So we're up at least 5 units on these in the last like 5 days or so. So hitting 3 out of 36-man slips are not too bad when they pay out about 20x or 16x. So we have a ton of MLB games on the slate. We should have like probably 11 of these slips coming a little bit later tonight. So don't miss out on getting those either. Again, join for free in my description. There is that 3-day free trial. Or join for the next month for only $15. Both options are linked down in my description. But with that not out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure that you play responsibly at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe. The most important thing, though, is having those notifications on that we can get in before these lines get bumped, get removed. Let's get to these plays here. The first play I like here for the NBA games today, we're going to head over to the rebounds and the assist category because I like Anthony Edwards today. Over 10.5 rebounds and assists. I could see this one getting bumped. If it does get bumped, I also like his over 5 assists, but I do prefer the over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and that will be the official play in this video here. So you can see here why I like Edwards so much today. He's over in 41% of games this year, but in game 1, he dropped 17. He had 8 rebounds and 9 assists, which came on 11 rebound chances, as well as 13 potential assists. The game before, even he had a pretty good game against them. He had 6 rebounds and 5 assists, which came on 14 potential assists, as well as 9 potential rebounds or rebound chances. And by the way, that game right there, he only played about 26 minutes. He still about 35 minutes in game number 1. In games this year where he plays at least 32 minutes, he's been pretty good, a little bit better, over in about 46% of games this year. So all that's pretty good. You know, the rebound chances were very, very good for him. And when you factor that in here, you can see how Anthony Edwards has been when he has at least 8 potential assists and when he has at least 8 rebound chances. With both of those, he's been over this in 74% of games this year, as you can see, and he flew over his rebound chances and his potential assist chances in both of those games, as you see there. So I think he's in a pretty good spot. The opportunities should be there yet again, I think, for Edwards in this one. I mean, he had a good game with both his rebounds and his assists. They put him in very, very good positions for both. And with him, you know, being over in both games so far this year in 2025, I think he's in a great spot with it being playoffs and him seeing, you know, maximum minutes in this game. So I feel like the books did not adjust enough to this line based on his chances from game 1 and even the other game back in February. So overall, I think this line is just way too low. I think 8 potential assists and 8 rebound chances are like almost the bare minimum for I think of what Anthony Edwards could have in this game here. I think there's upside for 10 plus in both of them yet again, just like the other 2 games they just played against them there. So it's a pretty good matchup though for him also. I mean, other guys have been pretty good against him also. They can see opposing shooting guards here. DiVincenzo with 9. Although these guys are a lot, you know, worse rebounders and assist guys than Edwards because he's not a normal shooting guard. You can even go to point guards though and just see how good these guys have been, like Blanton even with 12 right there. You have guys like SJ with 12, twice against them, by the way. So that's the first play I like for today's NBA slate. Anthony Edwards over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Like I said, that does get bumped if you're only on PrizePicks. I also like his over 4.5, technically 5 assists. But I do prefer the rebounds and assists, and you can find that on other apps if it does end up getting bumped on PrizePicks. Before we get to my next two plays, if you're not yet on Sleeper, is in my opinion the best DFS app out there right now. You can get a first deposit match up to $100 if you use promo code DOMG, and you'll also get a free square when you sign up. On top of that, we have promos all the time for current users, not just new users. Like you can see here that they have a CSGO $5 protected pick going on right now. You can also get a better app than a payout like PrizePicks. You can get a better payout than an app like PrizePicks is what I meant to say. But like if you like Luka over points today as well as Edwards over points, pays out a 3.27x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks. This app is awesome. Get it for yourself in my description. 18 years and older. Be sure to use promo code DOMG to get a first deposit match up to $100 and a free square when you sign up, as well as a CSGO protected pick, which expires in about 4 days. For my second play now, we're going to head over to the rebounds and the assist category because we are running this man right back. He came through for us in the last video if you took his rebounds and assists. Fell short on the rebounds due to a massive blowout, but we're going to go back to his 12.5 rebounds and assists in this game, which again, he cashed last game despite only playing 21 minutes because he didn't play the last quarter and a half because the Memphis Grizzlies are a terrible basketball team in the playoffs, apparently. Honestly, OKC is probably just that good, to be honest. Not that Memphis is bad. I'm just talking shit because I was mad about the blowout. But anyways, Hartenstein is over in 73% of games this year, and in game one, he had a pretty good showing. He played only 21 minutes due to that blowout. He only played the first 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter and still came through with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. And what's important too is his rebound chances, because in only those 21 minutes, he had 19 rebound chances. He also has a very good history against Memphis, as you see here. He's been over this in every game against them this year with 15, 18, 17, 15, and 13. He would have had at least 15 more than likely if he played his normal minutes in that game. Because in these games here against Memphis, he's played 32, 28, and 29 minutes, even in blowout situations like a 21-point win or a 17-point win. This game here is a 14.5 point spread. I'm hoping this game stays a little bit closer this time around. But in games where he plays at least 28 minutes, which I'm hoping we see without a blowout, he's over in 84% of games this year. And in wins, he has been pretty good also, over in 85%, so a little bit of a percentage boost there also to his hit rate. So he's in a pretty good spot. He cashed regardless of the blowout last game, and I'm going to run him right back. The read was just that good. He played only 2.5 quarters and still came through. So if we get a full 4 quarters from it today, I think he could fly over this line here. I think 13 is just a way too low of a number here for Hartenstein. Rebound chances were great in that game. Potential assists were also great in that game. I mean, it's hard not to be when he's dropping 5 assists. So I think there's a ton of upside here for Hartenstein. Give me the over again for his rebounds and assists. I don't have to talk this one too much if you guys watched the video from the other day. Now we're going to get to a third play. If you guys want a third play tomorrow, make sure to leave a like on this video here. Again, 175 likes. I'll drop a third play tomorrow also. Getting to that third play, though, we're going to head over to the MLB and go with Mitchell Parker here over his strikeouts. I like him over 3.5. I also like him over 4.5 if you want a better payout. However, I would probably stay away from 5 just because there is a lot of push potential there, but I do think 4.5 is a pretty good spot also. If you were to pair the 3.5 strikeouts with Hartenstein's rebounds and assists, as well as Anthony Edwards' rebounds and assists also, pays out a 3.75x over on PrizePicks. So it's up to you if you want to add Parker in to get that extra 0.75x to your payout or not. But Parker's been over this in 2 out of 4 games this year. And lefties have been pretty damn good against the Orioles here. They've had 4, 8, 8, 6, 11, and 1 strikeout against them. However, Brent Suter here only threw 3 innings and is not really a strikeout pitcher whatsoever. Parker had a really good year last year with his strikeouts and has had a pretty good year this year. He's just struggled against teams in Arizona and Miami. However, look at how much these guys strike out in percentage-wise against lefties this year. Arizona, dead last, 13.6. Miami, in the bottom 6 here at 21.3. These teams are extremely tough to strike out this year. But where does the Baltimore Orioles rank? They rank top 5 in K percentage this year against lefties. They rank 5th, as you can see there. Massive difference between being a bottom 6 matchup and being a top 5 matchup, as you can see there. So I think Parker's in a great spot, and this line just feels way too low at 3.5, although it is reflected in the payout. I also think, like I said, his 4.5 is in a great spot too. He had 5 pretty consistently last year, so if you do want the better payout, I'm okay with that. I'll personally be playing both of these spots, 3.5 and 4.5. So as you can see there, it is a pretty good payout. And you can see how they also are against his pitch mix here, because he mainly throws a fastball with a little bit of a splitter and a curveball. Fastball here, the strikeout wise, some of these guys strike out a little bit against it, like at 20%, 35%, 26%. But the splitter here, they strike out quite a bit against here, like Gunnar Henderson at 60%, although these are a little bit of a smaller sample size, since they have not faced too many splitters this year. It's still early in the year. You also have guys like Westbury, though, at 66%. And you also have guys like Mullins here down at 37.5%. Curveball, of course, is a pretty tough pitch for a lot of these guys too, since it is a high strikeout pitch. So overall, I think Parker's in a great spot here based on the matchup and just kind of in a buy low spot coming off of 2 rougher games besides really this Pittsburgh game here, but Pittsburgh is also a pretty high strikeout team. They ranked top 4 right there, as you can see, where they had 6 against him. So I think Parker's in a great spot to have at least 5 strikeouts in this game, but if you want to take a little bit of that risk off, 3.5 I think is an even better spot. So it's really up to you. But those are my 3 plays today. Isaiah Hartenstein over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Anthony Edwards over 12.5 rebounds and assists. As well as Richard Parker over 3.5/4.5 strikeouts. Thank you for watching. We are not done with the free plays yet, but a couple reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. Get in with that 3-day free trial in my description or join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off of your first month. You'll also get access to all my plays for my contributors. You get access to my correlation slips, my underdog streaks plays. You'll also get access to my community chat also to talk to me and other members. On top of that, here's my performance this year. Over 9 units of profit in the NBA. Over 140 units of profit between the NBA and the NHL. NHL, we are over 56 units of profit this year. We have been crushing it, and now we have the NHL playoffs on deck. So make sure to join the DubClub, but here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here can show off the best bets value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog, or any other app you see here, even apps like Sleeper, which I showed off earlier. And if you want to find a type of power play on PrizePicks, it is super easy to do with this tool. You click on plus V plays, and you can filter down to a 5-pick flex, or simply 5-pick, or a 6-pick, or a 2-pick, whatever you guys are really looking for. Helps you find expected value plays for that play type. You see they have a ton of League of Legends value right now on the board, but they also have some plays for the MLB here. Noble Powell under points and assists, for example. A lot of good value right now is available on the PrizePicks board. This tool is awesome, and if you want it for yourself, get it for yourself by description by clicking on the Fantasy Bundle and then scroll down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG. There's another tool from the same guy sold separately in my description called the ASIP Generator. This tool is over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 7 slips currently on the board for apps like PrizePicks, usually Underdog and better, things like that. Like if we click on the refresh button right now, we might be able to find some more slips here. No Underdog currently, but there are some more PrizePicks slips. Right now, there's a 6-pick flex they like, which contains some value right now on Bryce Miller under strikeouts, Dustin May under strikeouts, Sanchez over strikeouts, for example, and even Andrew Wiggins over 4.5 first quarter points. This app is awesome, like I said. Get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the slip generator and then scroll down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG yet again. But thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video. Best of luck. If you want to make over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on your screen right now.